Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another game showcase. This time we're going to be checking out the second in the Quester series. So we did a full playthrough on Quester, and the sequel is called Quester Osaka. So from what I understand it is pretty similar to the other one, but with some fair quality of life increases and some other stuff going on. But yeah, we're gonna play it for an hour and see how it goes. And I think a lot of the characters are the same, so there's that. The music is definitely the same, but I actually consider that a plus for the title screen at least, because I did like this theme. Kind of reminds me of like a crime drama theme. But yeah, let's get on into it and see how it goes. So this is different. Like, there wasn't this kind of interface originally. That was a big earthquake. Are you okay? There have been so many lately, though. I guess you could also be... Let's check for survivors first. As I recall, you were in a party of 5. Do you remember what it consisted of? So they give you more options for what you want to have. So if you remember what the characters are, you could see what you want to bring. So in this case, yeah, it's got 2 detonators, Bob the officer, a professor, and a ranger. So yeah, let's just see what the options they give. So here's them. This is basically the same team as they recommend in the original game. Ladies' Tea Party. So this is a good balance of offense, defense, and recovery. There's no mobile police or detonators, so tanking damage may be difficult. I don't know. I'll definitely take a peek at it. So for mascots, this team is made of members that are good at heat management. They start at low levels though, so they may have a hard time until they acquire experience. Shoda's not bad, that was a good scientist. I didn't care for Flamo, I don't think. Eccentric Osaka Gourmet. Well, that's definitely something. So these are, I think these are mostly new characters that we haven't seen. This party's starting level is a bit low, but is otherwise a relatively well-balanced group of 5. They like to food crawl. What? Okay. Okay. Well, of these, don't know if any of these were the characters that we liked before. But I'll go with this one just because it has a good balance. I don't really want to have anything with mobile police or detonators at this moment, so we're gonna check this out. Is anyone hurt? Good. Well then, I must apologize. I had us come to the Osaka metro site because I thought something would happen, but I can't believe things turned out like this. The exit collapsed during the earthquake, so it's going to be hard to get back to the surface. Well, it looks like both the camper and the purification fuel refinery are okay. Thank goodness, if the refiner broke down, we would be screwed. I guess that's a sign we've had a good routine. My point of interest looks to be to the southwest, but it is very far away. So let's first use this space as a base to explore the surrounding area while we look for a way back to the surface. You're good at exploring, right? So it's probably similar to the first game where you have to get 100 food to survive. And yeah, you will have a bad time. The point of interest this girl is looking for can be found by looking closely at the map, but it is quite far away, so let's explore this area. Yep. It's basically a rehash of what the first game told you. This is new music. So we did like this character. This is the main reason why I got this. Do I know all of these characters though? Like this one might be new. Yeah, this one's completely new. We don't know Mikasa. We start with Immortality and Execution, which isn't too shabby. We like Healing Aroma, and Drug Formation matches that. This is a new weapon we couldn't get before, so we are going to definitely like look up the descriptions of items that we don't recognize. I'm looking to see if any of these abilities are new from what we did, or if their sprites are even new. So far this seems to be the same as what I know. So yeah, that's nothing new, and you're okay. Okay, we're doing alright. So let us look at the items and see what's going on here. So most of these I already know the descriptions of. Let's see if there's any different stats than I remember. So the crowbar has unlocked, so that's good to remember, but this is a new type of injection spear we didn't have last time. It doesn't have anything outside of the ordinary though. An injection spear made from bamboo. It is a weapon that manifests the spirit of craftsmanship. This is a spear for intellectuals. Oh, I bet. But yeah, drug on a spear is not bad. It is nice that we start in town instead of just out on the field, so you could actually like change your team or something if you had more party members. Let's see, I don't see anything that we wouldn't otherwise have. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get out in the field and just explore, because we don't have anything new. So this is new music too. Let's just look at the map and see if it shows like anything if we zoom out. So yeah, this is our place of interest. So if I zoom in on, well, it's gonna be so far away I can't see it now. Trying to scroll the map, but it's either so far away that we haven't gotten there. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's just get out here and explore. So this is forest. We can't actually do anything with it. I think we can break the mushrooms. So that must be like the debris from the first game, maybe? Yeah, it's basically functionally similar to the debris. Got a new weapon. I think it's an injection sphere. It might be an improvement. Or it might be very similar. So this is an injection sphere, but it functions based on vitality and dexterity. So if you were a melee one, the stats are otherwise very similar. So when you're choosing like which one to do, it is a little important to determine what stats you have. So this is all tutorials from the first game I don't really need to worry about. So this enemy we have already seen in the previous game, but this is something new. So we'll do 2 attacks. We will... Oh, you know what? I probably should have put that on someone. Oh well, we'll do that next time. So just like the first game, you totally can use up all your slots, so don't feel bad about it. Just try not to use abilities that use resources unless you know what you're doing. Because you'll go through your purification powder a lot faster that way if you don't. You can see what attacks and abilities that they have on here. So this has a single person target, for 18 damage minus their defense. So same thing here. And the yellow I think is speed for how quickly it comes out, with higher numbers coming out quicker. This is their hit points in the blue underneath that. So in the top left of their icons is their defenses against the 2 types of attacks. We're doing all red attacks, so only the red one matters. So just like the first game, you can speed it up. I think it goes to 3. Yep, still goes to 3. So that's a thorn comer. So let's look at what that looks like. Has poison strike as a thing, so it can poison you as well as doing damage. Oh, okay. So they can both give a level 1 treasure very rarely. This one gives materials and this one gives food. Chompers are funny looking. I approve of funny looking enemies. But we did get some food to start off with, and that fulfills a quarter of our quota almost. So we did find a key already, which is nice, and we did clear out this corner. I wonder if secret doors are gonna be like secret outdoors, but tiles are gonna be harder to spot, or if they're gonna stand out more than in the first game. But yeah, the general sentiment I got about this game originally was that it was like the first game, but better. So I'm excited to check out what's going on. So yeah, we got a new piece of equipment. So who has a slot that might have vitality and dexterity higher than anyone else? I mean, I guess to you could use this. It's not a very strong weapon, but 2 weapons is still better than an unarmed slot, since unarmed damage is really low. This could be dangerous. I don't know if we actually want to fight this, but we'll give it a try first, just to see how it goes. Like, there's no penalty for running away other than that it costs purification, so as long as we don't party away, we'll be okay. We also didn't get to go first, so like that's not great for us, so we are gonna run from this. I had a feeling that we weren't quite ready for it. So yeah, we are gonna... Oh, well, that wasn't good. I moved wrong. Let's escape from that. Go a different direction. It is nice that we start with more purification powder in general than the first game. Your base in the first was 250, so 300 is a little bit more lenient. We're still doing fine. Like, we already have like a third of our quota, so as long as we get that amount in the next 8 days, it's fine. And if you get run out of purification powder, all that happens is you get sent back to base anyway, so for the next day. So it's not too problematic as long as you don't party wipe. If you party wipe, you have some problems. So hopefully we won't have to encounter that during this. That's the map so far. So we start in like the top section, I believe. So usually there's 4 quadrants. I'm trying to see how big the map is. So we're in the top left quarter. So this is the bottom Left quarter, so that's the next area, if I was to guess. So that's probably the entrance of the next area, so... If I was to guess, I'd say we start here, we go to the bottom left, and that's the entrance, and then we go to the right on the next one, and then up to the last quarter. But that's just a guess of mine. But maybe we go right and around in a big circle to the right instead. I don't really know how the map is laid out, and I'm interested in finding out. Yeah, not every day is gonna get you anything astounding. You just kinda gotta make peace with that. As you can see, we've almost made our quota of 100. But yeah, this top little section didn't have anything too astounding, but that's fine. So materials are used for leveling up equipment and for just leveling up our characters, so... So the beginning of the game is also a little bit rough. Like until you level up a little and get some equipment, like you'll get punked a little bit by even the basic enemies. So your goal is pretty much to fight the blue guys and maybe the purple if you're feeling spicy. But the red ones are probably going to be too much for you. So it's pretty much recommended that you run away from them. But I gave one a try anyway just to show it off. So we got a new weapon, the drone. The drone is pretty useful for scientists, but anyone can technically use any weapon, but its specialty is dexterity and intelligence. It uses operation for additional damage. So scientists are the ones that make the best utility out of it. I do enjoy using drones. This is just the most basic one, so it's nothing special. But it makes very good area attack to deal with a bunch of enemies like this, so if they went off, it would probably kill all of these guys on a character that can do damage with it. If it's not a special Joe, you're probably not going to do. Oh, so this is different. You have a canoe, a large body of water, you have a canoe, I believe. There doesn't seem to be anywhere else we can go, so why don't we try crossing? If this is near Osaka, there's probably a place called Umeda in the south across the water. From up here, you can travel across the water in a canoe. When returning to land from the water, you must also get off at a pier. This, on the water, in a canoe. Okay. You cannot interact with bodies of water from land except on a pier. You cannot attack enemies on water from land. You also cannot interact with the land while you are in a canoe. You cannot take a key that has fallen on the ground. This also applies to enemies. So that's a different mechanic. So this game has water interactions. I think White Eagle is a gun, but let's find out. It is a drone, actually. Okay, this is a new one, I think, then. A beginner drone created to compete with the Black Hawk. Its appearance modeled after a bald eagle has many fans. So yeah, it's probably the same thing as the Black Hawk, but has agility on it to make you go a little better with stuff. But agility is not super useful on these characters, but it's better than no stats, so it's still better than the drone. But yeah, so this, if I was to guess, I'd say that there's not too much we can do from this. So we can't get on, yeah. We didn't have enough purification power to really explore that way. We will get some levels up as we go. Yeah, so this starting area is a really tiny little island, so. And if I was to guess, I'd say our first mission is to get off of this place. So I just noticed that there's an enemy crossing the water. I don't know if they live in the water and can't come to land, or if they're just gonna get onto land from here. So let's see what they do. this enemy isn't there. It doesn't seem to be climbing onto land, but they don't move on every time you move sometimes, so. That could just be luck of the draw. But there could be a chance that they only attack you while you're in the water too. So that's interesting if some enemies are only able to attack you while you're in the water. Well, look at you being a fancy, smancy, badass one. That's probably going to be very bad for us. So we got a first aid kit. So this is actually a good accessory that we want to put on someone because this will just straight up increase our healing from that healing aroma ability that she has, because that's based on how many drugs you have on hand. So stacking up drugs on items is just a good bonus. So is this super dangerous? It's not super safe, but we will stack things up and see how this goes. Let's give it a try. If we have to run, we have to run. Yeah, we're not doing much to us. Doesn't seem good for us. Yeah, let's run from this guy. It's probably better than trying to fight it. I thought maybe so. But I wanted to map it out a little, so. Got another first aid kit. Oh, look at you being a big old boss that, just chilling here. The wind blowing through the air has a fishy smell to it. Two huge crabs are standing at the end of the sewer as if they're trying to block the way. I'll check the database. Let's see, that's a black scissor claw and a white scissor claw, an adult member of the Yotagawa crab species. Maybe it's mating season. They eat rancid and spoiled food, so be mindful of any perishable food you find and how much of it there is. Well, we are probably nowhere close to fighting this thing. If I was to guess, maybe this blocks you from going to the next zone, so maybe our goal is to explore this area, get strong enough, and then get through there. So maybe to the right is the way further. We're gonna get sent back. So what I did notice is also we were using up 3 fuel per turn while in the water, so maybe the water uses more of our purification fuel to do it than the first game, unless 3 is also used when you walk. So let's find out. Nope, 2 on land, 3 on water. So yes, it uses more to explore in the water. Can we fight this? Mushrooms are a little dangerous too, so we do have a character that has an ability to cure debuffs though. So yeah, let's see if we can't hope a little. Is this lower than what it's doing? No. So I guess we're gonna go with this and see how this goes. I think it's going to either poison us or paralyze us if it's like the first game. It did a bit of both. But we do heal each turn, so poison isn't the most dangerous for our characters. We did hurt it quite a lot. So we should be able to actually kill it without too much trouble. But it will kill one of us, of course. Why not? But we did win. That's the important part. That'll get us like EXP. This will get easier as we level up too, because one thing is we are not especially strong when you first start, like I said, so. even these mid-level basic groups are a little dangerous for us. So that's another gun. Let us see how that stacks up. So I think this just has 2 bullets rather than 1. Oh, didn't we get a second one of those first aid kits? Yeah, that's true. We can probably put that on someone else. Yeah, you had the pistol on you, but I think the Derringer is just in damage increase. Has the same stuff going on though. We are probably gonna have to run from this thing most likely. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna get to the land on the other side because I don't think we can do too much on the water against these crabs, unfortunately. So yeah. There's a door. I don't know if I want to look in the door. Oh, you are what the secret walls look like. They do look a little different. Understood. So every 10 levels that a character has, they get another ability. So, as long as it follows the model of the first game. So I think that the abilities that they learn are semi-random, but the abilities that they start with are always the same. So that's the difference between characters of the same class, is their starting skills. They can develop either good or bad depending on luck. So. But of course, starting with the skills you want is preferable, so you don't have to randomly get them. We did get a good amount of experience at least, so that's nice. Yeah, we're gonna have to... So one of our goals is to find a base across the water so we don't have to cross it every time. Yeah, so we had a couple of our attacks bounce off, which is a little unfortunate, but we are gonna win, even though we did lose a friend along the way. It happens. But remember the family. Oh wait, you're back? Okay, I guess we don't have to do that. I was gonna say we're gonna remember them fondly, but they aren't really gone, huh? So this is a shotgun that we're probably not going to use. I didn't really like shotguns the first time. Oh, this is actually not a shotgun. This is a machine gun. So the machine guns basically go through bullets so incredibly fast that they only get to be used once per battle. And while they do a decent amount of damage in the early game, any battle that lasts 2 rounds or more becomes a problem. So this is the first basic shield. So it gives you a defensive ability and it gives you an attack. Look at you attacking me. But I wanted to put some in the map just so I could see it, have a better idea of when they were coming. Oh, I didn't mean to go that direction. So yeah, we're gonna try to sort out this little corner real quick. I bet where it wants us to go is past that door, that's why they're giving us a couple keys, but I am going to explore the ways that don't require the door first. This is a new shield, I bet. Yep, it's got a little better things going on than the other one. It's like this one has no bonuses. This one is 3 guards, and while it doesn't have the iron one, it does at least raise one of your stats by 3. So that would increase the damage that a shield would do. Funnily enough, it's not a defensive stat per se, although I think it does also raise your defense passively. At least I think your defense is based on your guard stat, because every character has every stat anyway. But yeah, it's a little random, like, who your party members decide to attack, so you can't really, like, coordinate them in that way, so you pretty much just set what skills you want them to use, and they just auto-attack whoever they want to. So it's a little hands-off of a gameplay style, which is an interesting choice, but, like, I've been enjoying it. We are getting a decent amount of materials, but at the cost of not going anywhere. So that's a duplicate of that gun. So duplicates can get fused together to make stronger variants of the same weapon. Yep, and we found our first base. So we found Umeda. Another quester can be seen casually humming to themselves at the Family Station ruins. You tell them that you don't like the song. They turn around with a smile. Based on what they tell you, it seems that they were not able to travel with any friends, and so they had been going solo. You decide to invite them to join you. Quester accepts the invitation with a smile. So we're gonna get Shake, who is a defensive mobile policeman. So they'll be waiting for us at our base. So yeah, I'll show you them when we get there. This is probably going to be a problem, but we'll try it once. The worst thing that'll happen is we get sent back. We're like 1 round away from being sent back anyway. Yeah, I don't think we can actually win this. We just don't do enough damage with the characters to take one of the big guys down right now. So yeah, this is our new friend Shake. I'll give you a picture of them in a second. They're a pretty funny character. So all these characters are pretty goofy, which I actually love. I do kind of wish they give like a description of what they have going on, but instead of just a picture, but you can kind of get an idea of what they have going on from that. So they came with a fire axe, which is a new blunt weapon, which is pretty fun. A red axe constructed to destroy any surrounding wood during a fire, a classic piece of equipment for characters in a zombie movie. So it just is a blunt weapon with bonuses to strength. But what's not helpful about that is it doesn't use strength for its damage. So yeah, this is our character. Is a giant teddy bear. So in the first game, there was actually a girl that was standing next to it. So it was actually a two-man squad. So I think it's interesting that the girl is not here anymore. So yeah, she is an officer, but she fights using it with a travel bag with her too. So that's pretty funny. And this is just your typical Rambo dude. And this is just your overly sexy scientist. Oh wait, she's a scientist? Why didn't I give her? I thought she was a healer because she had the healing skills, but no, she's a scientist, so we're gonna give her drones. What was I even doing? Get that drone out there. We're gonna up our game immediately. I guess I was just having fun exploring and didn't even think about it. Yeah. This is our female version of that character, the Rambo chick. And this is your stereotypical temple priestess, just casually chillin'. Oh, I didn't move the base. Oh well, it's fine. We'll do it next turn. It's not like it's so far away. Like, the hard part is actually clearing the way anyway. So yeah, we're gonna start putting this air raid into effect. This does a big damage to a lot of the riffraff. It's better than anything else they could be doing, honestly. And that should help up what's going on. So yeah, every time you find a new base, you have a chance at finding a quester who is a party member to join your crew. But there's no way you're gonna find all of them in a single playthrough, so there's basically a new game plus system to get all of them. So we got a new item, Iron Array. What are you? You're a blunt weapon. An iron bar meant for physical training. Who thought of that shape? Just handling it is sure to increase your vitality. So yeah, this is just one that has more strength on it. Which is weird because it doesn't use strength. So half the food that you have as surplus gets turned into materials anyway, so getting too much food isn't a problem either, so feel free to just grab anything you can. So this time I'm gonna move the base before I do my stuff. It uses 30 food to do it from your surplus. But now we won't have to cross the river to explore over here. That does mean you're not going to pass that safe to get an item every time though, so. Oh yeah, I can show you fusing. So this Derringer can get fused together. That's right, so you actually should probably remove the items from characters you aren't using so it doesn't try to confuse you on who's wearing what. But yeah, pluses to things. It costs a little materials to do, but it basically gives a boost of 3 power to any item that you plussed, so that's gonna make that weapon do more damage. And since it was a weapon we were using, that can only be a benefit. Yeah, if it follows like the same like strategy as the first game, it'd probably take about, I want to say like 2.5 hours to clear each zone roughly. Depends on how thorough you want to be and how decently your luck is at getting better weapons and stuff. But like our power isn't, our party isn't like super overpowered, so that's going to affect it. Like, that's just part of the process. Just finding like who you want to use and kind of dealing with it if you don't get what you want. Yeah, I think this is going to be real bad for us. I'm kind of just going to run from it and try to get away from him. Of course, he's going to get a couple chances to chase us, but I mean, you can still like do stuff with a guy chasing you. It's just mildly inconvenient. So here's another new base. You can move here at your leisure. This is Yodayabashi. I think I pronounced that right. So we got another quester. This is Goldria, who is a professor. Professors are also specialists in using drones, as well as the scientists, so they just have a different skill set. So I'll look at them when we get to the base. So they can't walk through it, so you can safely like block them like that. So that let us get away from them. They also don't move when they're off screen, so once we were off that screen, we were pretty safe. I don't usually move bases until I have a reason to, so like we're still exploring that little region around the first one, but I will probably move it soon. Actually, I might move it because, no, actually there's 2 foods next to it. I won't move it till after the day changes because those 2 foods will let us get a surplus pretty quick. So I think it's just a good idea to leave it there. But it does take quite a while to clear out the blocked passages. So we're gonna get their first skill on Echo. Dragonfly Slash is not one I prefer. It basically has a chance to kill the opponent, but otherwise does no damage. So our other character that we got is actually one I do prefer to use. This is one of the better ones because they start with maximum AP up, which lets them do another move. So it like gives them a chance to do something fancier than some other ones. So yeah, we are going to actually move them into the party. Who do we not want? Rambo, dude. Sorry. Yeah, so we're gonna shuffle things around a little. We're going to give. So she starts with the drone. We can actually upgrade that because we found one earlier. Other things we could do is mind me, I'm just checking what's going on. So at least this gives an attack, so it gives her something else useful to do. It's not ideal, like it takes a while to actually find the gear you want to use, but each of these steps you make is gonna improve things for you, so. So yeah, the crabs kind of rule the river, so like I think until you're strong enough to deal with the crabs, you can't really fully explore it, which I think is the point. I think they're meant to be a hurdle you have trouble getting past. So this is enemies we haven't fought yet. They do look a little dangerous. I think this might be a bad idea. I don't think I can deal with them easily. They look like they're going to kill us, actually, so I might actually run from this. It's better than losing the purification powder from dying to them, so. So we know that that direction is a little dangerous. So yeah, each time you get a new quester, when the cycle changes you need more, so we need 120 for this one. But as you saw, we actually had like close to 400, so it's not really that difficult to get it. You get some from like fighting enemies anyway, so as long as you're killing enemies, you'll usually get there, as well as picking it up from those little piles that I have in. So it looks like there's the same number of total like equipment to find, so like they just shuffled around to being different pieces of equipment, which I think is good because there were actually like some weapons that were just like this +2 or like Mark II and whatnot. So like I hope there's a little less of that, and maybe some of the sillier sounding ones got shifted out for even sillier ones in a different direction. So these guys right here on the top are actually like a loot goblin sort of thing in this game. Like they always have a treasure of some sort and they just try to run away, so hopefully we can kill it. Yeah, we did. So we will get another bamboo spear shot, which is actually good because that was something better than what they currently have. So the kick mitt is a defensive item, but this right here is actually one that will both give us drugs and works on her strengths of intelligence and dex, as well as giving her an option for healing people if she needs to, so it's half utility and half just a boost to what she has going on. So the doors usually have either treasure, bosses, or progression behind them. In no particular order, like I said, this is my first time experiencing this game, so I don't really know which is gonna have which. And I haven't really mentioned it, but there's usually a level cap to what you can reach, so you can't like overgrind to a certain point, but you can go up to the level cap. And then like your progression becomes through like equipment. So like the level cap here is 22. Each boss that you fight, because there's a bunch of like mini bosses around the place, all those red enemies that don't move, they give you that. So there are red enemies that do move, and those are just like stronger variants of the normal enemies. But the ones that don't move are considered bosses, and when you defeat them, they raise your level cap. Like this red one on the run is a guardian for the next area, but it would also raise our level cap if we defeated it. So there's 3 levels of treasure too. There's the blue normal ones, there is the pink mid-level ones, and there's the orange difficult ones. Now when you find an orange one, the first time you see it, if it's a fixed one, will always be free to open. So that is interesting, but every time after that you're gonna have to pick your way in. So just be ready for that. So unless you have like a stealer or someone using a crowbar, you're gonna have a bad time. I think it's also semi-level based or stat based, so like if you're low level, you're gonna also have a pretty hard time opening stuff like that. As you can see, we're already almost at the point where we are good on food for this, and we're only on the 2nd day. I'm gonna move down to that area and expand our search in this direction. I'm gonna get some of that food just to counteract the food we spent to move. We got another portable battery. It's not a very useful accessory in my opinion. Like a lot of things that use batteries, you get the abilities to actually charge up as you need to, so like using your accessory slots to artificially start with more is usually not worth wasting the slot for. You'd be better off with something like drugs that can passively heal you with the right skills or something like that. Even bullets would be better because it would mean more turns firing if you had guns. Because that's kind of how guns work, is you do waste turns reloading them. So I do tend to not try to rely too much on guns. Yeah, these enemies seem like they were kind of bad news, so I'm not going to try too hard to fight them. I'd rather explore more rather than dealing with them, but of course, we have to eventually. Let's see how this goes. I think it's not going to be great. We can probably win, though. Maybe. Like, it's not going amazingly well, apparently. We are kind of nibbling it to death, though. Well, it is healing faster than we're hurting it, so that could be a problem. Wait, how did she come back to life? I actually have no idea. Alright, let's take a look at her. What's going on here? Someone came back to... Oh, immortality! Oh, they got lucky. So immortality gives them a chance to come back to life, but at the cost of purification powder. But it's just a chance. Interesting, interesting. So we got lucky on that front that they came back to life, because like they were one of the ones that was actually able to hurt the enemy. This thing is absolutely bad. So like we were barely able to kill one. It wasn't easy at all. Part of that is leveling up, but part of it's also equipment, so yeah. We got poison bug. What is this? This is a drone that does not have a drone raid, but it has drugs, an attack, does rely on dex and intelligence, so this could be a viable option for that other character. But it does, it gives you an option to spray poison on enemies, which bypasses defense, but it does use up drugs and batteries, which I prefer not to do, so I'd actually probably not use that functionality of it, but it is not a bad option to get in here, because it will give us more drugs, which is more passive healing than what we currently have, and the attack on it is higher. But what is a problem is we can't actually use it, so that's a different issue. But who can use it is maybe they can use it. So instead of the bamboo shoot, I think they can probably use this, so it has a similar function for them as well. Okay, so that's fair. It's still on someone, and that's what really matters. Yeah, if it's like the first game, like the beginning of the game is a little rougher than the later parts. Like once you get like kind of situated with what you have going on, it does get a little easier to make your way through. But this is still like the setting out phase. Like you get your first equipment, you get the characters you want. So yeah, that's been the first hour of this. And so yeah, my impressions are on it that it's actually got some interesting things on it. So the first game actually had just a whole bunch of debris to break through, and that's what its trial thing going on was. But this is actually broken up by like rivers and stuff that you have to cross with dangerous enemies in the middle. So I think that's actually an interesting evolution of the series. So yeah, like I'm interested in exploring this. I'm probably going to make a full playthrough on this, just because I love the first game so much. I do understand that it's not really like transformative in like the way the game is played. The music is nice. I did like the story elements being put in as transitional things. Like that was a nice touch as well. And yeah. I look forward to continuing to check this out as time goes on, and I hope you all have a lovely day, and take care.